Syndicalist India, a nation, of course in India, inside of Kaiserreich, that stands completely encircled from the Dominion of India in the northwest and the Princely Federation in the south, all wanting to destroy this glorious Syndicalist India. So today, as the Syndicalists, I will unify the subcontinent of India under one banner and also hold off the remnants of the British government and the monarchy in the south. So first, focuses. Our focus tree looks pretty nice, and I'm not going to rabble about that too much, but I'm going to get ferrochromium plants, or some nice chromium. Research, I'm going to be very boring with production and engineering. Production, we have a decent industry of 29 factories, not bad. And free civilian factories, I'm going to be building in the states with best infrastructure, but also in the states that won't be getting pushed by the two Indian factions. So I'm going to be building my factories over here just because it won't be really getting touched by the British government and the Princely Federation. And of course, army. So we got a big army, 50 divisions, nice. But the problem is that all the templates kind of suck. Alright, and we got a field marshal, generals. Oh, by the way, this is my first blind playthrough, by the way. And for doctor, I just make some convoys. Alright, so just saying, this is my first blind playthrough, even though it doesn't matter. So now let's just let the game run and see if we can unify India under the Syndicalists. I'm also going to convert all of my divisions into infantry, just because it is better than this crappy irregular division, and this division seems a bit more competent. And I'm going to see if I can help out Afghanistan to crush the Dominion of India. Since I'd rather have a weaker little nation sitting in the northwest than a stronger one. So I'm going to send one volunteer division under the Mountaineer General. Send him into Afghanistan and have him do some nice damage. Fused. Oh, screw you too, dumbass. Well, I know who I could easily send my volunteers to. And that's going to be the Mingan Insurgency when they revolt against the League of Eight Provinces. Alright, so after expanding some chromium plants, let's reap the fruits of investment. Oh, wait, no. You want to know why? It's because if I do all these focuses, my benefit's going to be better. So now let's get Chittagong Development Plan. Alright, time to now send one volunteer into the Mingan Insurgency. And let's help them crush the League of Eight Provinces. Or the Nanjing Clique. Alright, our volunteers arrived. And now let's start wreaking havoc on the Nanjing Clique. And speaking of political power, I'm going to get the Army Reformer expert for some more army experience gain, and of course some more army experience gain. Perfect. Alright, both demands a place in Paris. Sure, actually no. And now let's get the Allahabad Expressway. Then after that I'm going to forward the Narmada, and then I'm going to reap the fruits of investment, and then just do all these industrial focuses. And now let's help the Mingan Insurgency crush the Anqing clique, since they are very weak. We just gotta blow through them and then they'll just be dead and gone. Alright, now we also have completed the Congress of the Third Internationale, which is great news because then we can start seeking aid from them, which means equipment and some other nice stuff. And now let's forward the Narmada. And after forwarding the Narmada, I'm now going to reap the fruits of investment and get some factories and some more factories. With the industry, because I love factory output, and I'll see if I can blow through this division in Hangzhou, and I cannot, sadly. And I'm going to get a political advisor, but I just want to see which one is good. I like compliance gain. Factory output, wow, alright. We actually got some good political advisors. I just got to see which one. Weekly stability? Holy crap. Yo, these advisors are strong. Plus 15% stability. Well, I'd rather take weekly stability, honestly. So I'm going to get the public health advocate for some population and some stability. And then after that, when I get my next amount of political power, I'm going to get the moderate for some factory output and dockyard output. After reaping the fruits of investment, I'm going to see if I can start fixing up poverty. But the question is, how do I fix up poverty? Oh my god, I got to fix up my shitty army also. Oh my god. I just got to see which path is better. Alright, so we got the French path. Ooh, I like this. Alright, so now I'm going to prepare for the final push. I'm going to go French example, War of Shells, just basically like this main path. Because like this path is, I'm not going to say terrible, but this one's a little bit better just because of high division speed. Plus, I might be using trucks, and this path helps make trucks. Oh my god, the Anqing is pushing us. After preparing for the final push, I'm now going to get the French example. Since we need to prepare our army if we don't want to get killed by the British government and the Princely Federation. And then speaking of doctrine, I'm going to get superior firepower. I could use great war infantry, but nah. Not for this campaign. Wow, the Anqing is actually killing us. Oh my god. Alright, so for some reason, Anqing has won this war. It's definitely better than freaking Nanjing click, but whatever. And after getting the French example, I'm now going to get... Replacing the Enfields? No, I'm going to focus on industry. So I'm going to get Arms of the Revolution. Then after that, I'm going to get the Communist Syndicalist Moderate. I'm also going to start training up a bunch of rifle divisions because I need some kind of army to hold off the Princely Federation also. But then, like, I don't think it's a good idea to hold off the British government like this. So, like, what if I just cut the front line like this, just going from Ahmadabad going all the way up? Because that's gonna... And I'm also going to guard Delhi, Meerut, and then this railway going right here. Because then I have more troops per tile, which means more defense. Alright, give me some political power. Rebels in Nepal? What? We got... Alright, so now we need to... Of course... Damn it. Alright, so too bad I can't get Nepal, but who cares? So, you know, I'm going to get more than Ishapur for another military factory, since I need a lot of military factories, or else I'm going to fall insanely behind when it comes to gloriously defending India. Alright, catching the Cobra, just minus political power, since right now I need my stability, so then I could get the most production I could get. Oh, and now the Anqing clique is now League of Southeast Provinces. Nice, I guess, but why? And after getting more than Ishapur, I am now going to immediately get replacing the Enfields because I need a lot of military factories. So that's why I'm kind of hopping around on focuses right now because I need lots of glorious Baratia rifles. You know, I'm also going to let 24 divisions out, and I'm going to get this guy, promote to Field Marshal, and then I'm going to make a fallback line, like a strategic one. So I'm going to hold off this river right here. Leading here. Oh my god, but there's forts though. That could be a problem. But not, bro. They're level 1 forts. They're pretty insignificant, so I don't really care. Alright, so I'm gonna get this river. Then I want to hold this main area right here. So just hold off the rivers and get some more troops to defend this main area. And then I'm going to get actually a more mobilized economy since my economy is not mobilized for shit. And I'm going to replace construction of civilian factories with construction of mills since I need production and I need it now. I need lots of glorious Indian guns now. And I'm also not going to take these 6 rifle divisions and put it into the defense against the British government. And then after that, I'm going to... Oh, research slot. Definitely. I would love a research slot right now. And also not going to get somebody... Oh my god, I wish I could get infantry expert. That would be useful. Or just another decent political advisor. Human rights lawyer could help get some extra stability, which means extra production. And what I'm also going to get now is defensive postures or assault infantry. Well, I'm actually going to get first fire concentration. Well, actually, no. I want anti-tank front line. And then after that, I'm going to get defensive postures. And you know what? I'm going to get now... Oh, optimizing existing infrastructure. More production and now... Work research slot. What should I do with it? Get some support weapons since I need to shoot down the little Indian rebellious factions. Oh crap. Launch Operation Thunder's up. So you know, I'm going to mobilize my economy again and just get the most I could construct out of the military factory since I'm going to need to hold. And for holding, I need a bunch of nice people with some nice guns. Since I really don't want to get pushed by the British government and also the Princely Federation. Alright, and optimizing existing infrastructure is done. And now I'm gonna delay this focus because I need as much time as I could get to prepare for the inevitable thing that's gonna happen. So you know, I'm going to get a war of shells, increase my recovery rate, and of course make my military less shitty. And I'm also now going to send some more troops to defend against the Princely Federation assaults, or just defending against the Princely Federation. So now let's just get more of our troops. And I'm also not going to give everybody scavenger and mainly offensive doctrine and charismatic. Since I'm going to need lots of recovery rate here. Lots of recovery rate, lots of guns, just you know, lots of stuff. Now, speaking of focuses, I'm actually going to rise above the scars so then I could get some more stability, factory output, and construction speed. And then after that, just keep on making guns. And I'm going to get the human rights lawyer, increase my stability. Now, I'm going to get these 6 divisions and send them to defend against the British government. I'm attempting to now get assault infantry and make my artillery more effective in combat. And after rising above the scars, so you know, oh my god, military railways is going to be huge. So you know, I'm going to get restructured engineering corps, but I just want to see if I can just somehow fix widespread rural poverty. Way to kill it, or just Because I don't know. Well, so I'm actually going to get importance of mobility so then I could increase reinforce rate. And then I'm going to work on military railways when I get there. Yay, Switzerland Syndicalist. Yay. Amazing. Which means that's going to be another nation. Oh my god, I got to send volunteers to the Syndicalist Spanish. So I'm going to send this division under a glorious general. And send his ass to go and help the Syndicalists in Spain. Oh, 2 of them. So I'll send another rifle division. And send them to kill the opposing Spanish factions, like the Carlists. Because if the Carlists win, then that's going to be terribly bad news. So that means that the Entente's going to have a foothold. We don't want the Entente. Alright, let's start helping our glorious little friends in Spain. And I know for a fact that the Carlists do not have divisions, so I can use this to freaking kill them. It's just, I just got to get their ass on the front line and I'll be good. Look at this. You want to see me do an encirclement? Just quick thing, but first I gotta defend against Carlos assault, maybe do a last stand, get my troop there, encircle, and now focus is, I'm going to develop the Bengali automotive industry. It's one factory, and that factory counts. Get some more guns, and of course, build more mills. Build more military factories. And I got 12 more infantry divisions. I'm gonna go back to my little army, and I'm gonna send them to the areas to help against the monarchy. Because I feel like against the British government, it's going to be a smaller front line, plus they're going to be starving over here. And I also have a bunch of rivers to defend on, so I should be okay there. But first I got to kill some Carlists. I got to wipe them out and destroy their stupid cause of helping the Entente. Since nobody likes a nation who helps the Entente. Everybody loves a nation who helps the Syndicalists, of course. Alright, the Syndicalist Spain are doing reasonably well. I just gotta encircle their troops, pin their assaults, and I just got my troop encircled. Motherfucker. And they just broke the encirclement. Amazing, so I'm just gonna have my troops no longer be on an order, and then just have these Syndicalist troops run around with my little Indian division just running around in the north. Alright, and of course, the Dominion of India is gonna be justifying against us, of course. Who the hell knew? But I think we should be generally prepared. Since we have lots of troops that are mainly equipped with a bunch of guns, and that's all that we need right now. We just need people with guns just to shoot down opposing Indian factions. And I'm going to throw in 1 support artillery and 1 engineer, just so I could, of course, strengthen me troops. Since I'm going to need lots of artillery and some support equipment if I want to hold off against, of course, the opposing Indian factions. And I'm also now going to see if I can spearhead into Burgos. And I can. And there we go. We got the war, sadly. So let's get some volunteers. Ooh, it's a lot of volunteers. Ooh, mostly. Let's go. Alright, we got something happening here. Alright, so we got main defense happening, except we have a little bit of just inconveniences happening here. Great, the freaking railway's cut off. But I just gotta make sure that it doesn't interfere with the fallback line, or else I'm gonna be some more screwed than ever. But I just need that goddamn railway to be built. Just build a railway. Come on, just build the goddamn railway. Alright, so now we're good. Alright, thank God. Let's get our 2 troops down to deal with the monarchy. And let's get some more volunteers. Since the monarchy is probably going to be the main problem. Because the Dominion's not even really, let's say, attacking that much. And you know, I'm going to get European instructors. Let's improve our generals, since our generals are kind of shitty. And now let's just shoot down the monarchy's troops. Alright, and get some Lend-Lease. Ooh, more guns. I love guns. Yep, and now they're beginning their little assaults on glorious India. And we're holding off. So we're holding off the monarchy. We're holding off the Dominion. Life is good. Alright, and thank God that's the only volunteer that's counterattacking. Since I just want to bleed out the opposing Indian factions, so then I could just go in and crush them. I'm also going to get infantry expert. And then I want military theorist. Kind of obvious. Alright, good. I got the volunteers, and they're actually starting to attack now. So I need to defend accordingly. With some stronger generals, stronger troops, and more freaking bullets. Alright, good. That's just a volunteer assault. I'm gonna get this, guns, and lots of support equipment. Since I really do not have support equipment. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cycle out the very shitty organized divisions for competent troops. So then I could just defend this tile easier. With the more organized troops actually doing pretty well. Alright, what's happening here? Alright, we're being hit here heavily. So let's send our troops and defend. It's pretty much common sense. You just gotta reinforce where there's a red bubble. And now let's restructure our engineering corps. And now just keep on building stuff. Alright, we got another freaking assault happening over here. So I'm just going to send some troops, defend, and then just go on with my life. I also do want... Oh my god, I can't get static warfare. But I can definitely get some bold attack. That could definitely work. Good, and now thank God the British assaults are being repelled, except for this tile right here, which is being a little bit annoying, so I'm going to need to reinforce a little, get this division out, and then just overall defend for glorious Baratia commune. My God, there's so many volunteers being sent here that I'm just shooting all down. It's amazing. Alright, so I've killed 114,000 opposing Indians. Perfect. Alright, defend this because this is a supply hub. Now let's get interwar artillery since we need to defend by using artillery shells. Look at this. This is what I call holding off as glorious India. We got another problem. Alright, so I'm going to put these two divisions on a fallback line right here, and their only purpose is just going to sit there and defend since I cannot take the fact that I'm going to lose this battle anymore. So I'm just going to hold off that specific tile. Alright, we might lose this tile, so let's just send a troop and defend easily. And after that, let's just keep on shooting down their men. That's all that we got to do. Shoot down their men, use bullets, and then we should be okay. And now to immediately now get military railways, and let's also decrease supply consumption, since no one really likes high supply consumption. But I'm not gonna do assaults yet. I do feel like lowering my exports, but I do have a lot of steel, but it's not gonna last me for long. And I'm also going to get now rapid domination, because when I'm on the offensive, I want to destroy them. So increase production of guns. Lots of glorious rifles shall be donated to the Indian cause. Now we got a united Nordic Federation. Poland is being Poland right now. They're just being Poland. But look at this glorious defense. And I'm also not going to build maybe some infrastructure since I don't have a lot of steel to work with. So I might as well just build infrastructure in the areas that I do have steel on and then just build some more mills. I'm also going to improve engineer company because I need to entrench and defend. Alright, this tile might be a little bit of a problem, so I'm going to send one division here. And now let's get Indian Lightning. Yes, fast divisions is always good, and let's accept some more Lend-Lease. Alright, lower exports, since I don't like the fact that I'm exporting steel when I don't want to. Look at this. This is just what I call peak syndicalist defense. And I'm also going to research some anti-air, because when I go up against pretty much more nations to conquer them, I'm going to need some anti-air. Alright, casualty check. Oh my God, we killed 355,000 British government Indians and monarchist Indians. Cool. I'm also gonna improve artillery. Who doesn't love nice cannons? I'm also gonna get rapid fire. And after getting some Indian lightning, I'm not going to get relaying through radios, or should I focus on something else? So I'm going to foster native growth for some construction speed, and then I want some British volunteers. And after fostering some native growth, I guess I'll get slums clearance project, or should I get some mines? Actually, no, let's relay through radios. And now let's just keep on defending. And you know what, I'm going to see if I can make a front line without my divisions running around as complete mindless monkeys. And the only reason why I have cohesion set as balanced is because if I have it set on flexible, they're going to be all running around like mindless monkeys, and I'm going to lose like half of my victory points because of it. Trust me, I had a mental breakdown because of it during my Russia campaign as the glorious Savinkov. So check out that video also if you want to see me have a mental breakdown trying to make Russia great again. Alright, and nobody moved, so let's do the same thing with the British government. So just move into just little areas, but don't give up land at all. My field marshals are saying, yes, we can do it, but I'm going to defend for a little longer, bleed them out, maybe even get an encirclement or two, and then just go. And you want to see what I can do if I just do 3. I mean, not really much crap is happening, except just for the shifting of my troops. Except this tile might be broken through somehow. So I'm going to put my 2 divisions right there, but somehow one of my divisions is actually doing really well. But this is what I call just peak syndicalist defense. It's time to now make the British government defense forces more organized. And of course, we're defending even better. And all we just gotta do is just hold out until we can just absolutely shatter them. I can do a breakthrough here if I just do this, and then I just wrap them up and then kill it. So you know what? So I'm gonna see if I can do that. But I need to have 1 division defend against any counterattacks, and then get better anti-air. And then of course get semi-auto rifles, advanced metal forging, who doesn't love that, and then just keep on defending. So I want to see if I can just cut through the forces of the Deccan Federation now. And now let's get a machine of many parts, even though that pretty much has nothing to do with India. Because I don't think we're known for machines, guys. I think we're known for very good food, like curry. I actually never had curry before, but I think it tastes good. So someone tell me in the comments if curry tastes good, because I have actually no clue. So tell me in the comments if you like curry and see which is the best curry in your opinion, because I will try it. Trust me. Alright, so now it's defending against any counterattacks, and then march into Amarauti, which is a supply hub. Or I can do something called this. Just go for freaking three-pronged attack against their forces. And then just get a nice encirclement of their forces. Oh, and the Netherlands is syndicalist. Just nice. And Spain is communist? Italy is kind of communist. Wow. The Third International is strong. And that is great news. Pretty much all of us. Since then, the Reichspakt is not going to overrun them in 2 seconds. During every single average freaking Weltkrieg. During the... Alright, and now let's immediately attack the encirclement. Let's also defend here, and I'm also going to retreat my 12 division, or my 2 division, not 12 divisions, my bad. Defending against that counter assault, and then let's just punch them out. Pretty straightforward, just kill some Indian monarchists. Alright, and now look at that, that's what I call a nice, solid encirclement. And you want to see if I can pull off an encirclement inside of the British government. Actually, no, I'm not going to focus my attention on them. I want to kill the monarchy, and then I can overrun the British government. And that's, I guess... Oh, the Anglo-Indian trade agreement? That is going to be nice if I get that. Oh, crappity crap. We're going to lose a tile, sadly. If our cohesion's still very shitty. And I do want to see if I can take the supply hub, or at least encircle some troops. And I cannot. So let's see what I could do right here. See if I can break through it. Since if I can break through it, I can encircle 3 divisions and then just destroy them. And of course, more defense against the British government's happening. And I'm also gonna conscript some more men. And I'm just pushing them out. Just slowly, but surely, I am pushing them out. Why the hell is Colombia beginning their little... Oh, they have a focus tree, but it's kind of crap. But I do like the... Wow, I can't believe Colombia has a focus tree. Venezuela? They also have a focus tree. That's nice. It's kind of bland, but nice. It's bland, but it looks nice. And I like it. Brazil even has a decent focus tree also. It's just very bland just because South America is like really a, let's say, desired continent for wars. Oh, wait, I can actually break through their supply hub. Oh my god, just put 1 division on defense and then just shatter them at the supply hub. Bam, let's follow through with the railway. And then after that, I'm gonna stop this attack immediately, reorganize, and then I'm gonna punch through these divisions, get an encirclement, and go. Or I could do this, spearhead, and then I can see if I can just punch through, kill all these troops, and then, you know, screw them over. It's pretty straightforward. You just gotta get encirclements and kill their military. You better pin that like a good person you are gloriously are. Perfect. Stands immediately, and now let's immediately attack this freaking giant-ass encirclement we have pulled off. You gotta stay there. I'm fucking sorry. You gotta stay there, dog. Alright, I'm gonna have this division stay while my main guys just break through them. Alright, trading tea for arms. You know what? Industrial engineering aid, and now let's just get, I don't know, growth of mining unions. And now let's get, I don't know why, but I want industry. Get some support equipment. Now let's press on this encirclement. Alright, hold off, kill those 3 divisions. Then after that, just tighten on this freaking disaster of the monarchist India right here. Look at this. This is just what I call an Indian disaster. And you're gonna overrun them now using my little army down here, improve my field marshal, and one of my generals. And then after when I crush this encirclement, go. Alright, I'm gonna attack this division. And then just press on this encirclement right here. Alright, thank God Bulgarian wait, Bulgaria? Wow. Yo, bro, I swear to God this is a fever dream. Everybody is communist in Western Europe. Freaking fever dream. My God. Wait, bro, it's a... much. Bro, I was just scared for a second just because the volunteer retreated out and I was like, crap, I gotta reinforce that tower before they cut off my railway connection. And now there we go. That's what I call a nice little massacre, and now it's just push. So it's like we could easily blow them out of the water now. We don't need any encirclement crap. We could just blow them out of the water now. And now let's get the slums clearance project. Let's get some build slots. And I'm also now going to go up to extensive conscription, since India needs lots of glorious syndicalist men that will serve glorious syndicalist India. Alright, let's pin these guys right here and see if I can pull off another encirclement. Alright, see if I can take this tile right here. Spearhead down the railway. Get rid of this encirclement. Attack Mumbai. And now just blow through some more monarchist troops. Prevent here, and just keep on going. And now there we go, look at that. 4 division federation encirclement, perfect. And now this should be the first nation knocked out. Spain is officially a socialist state. So now look at this, just look at the Third International grow stronger. And now let's get the rural development plan. Look at this freaking steamroll of the Deccan Federation. Another capital has been taken, another encirclement has been pulled off, and of course we could just keep on shoving and pushing their nation out of existence. I'm also going to replace this with fire concentration since it makes artillery more competent. Alright, how big of an artillery stockpile do I 2,000? So, I'm going to add 1 artillery onto this. And then after that, I'm going to make the better artillery. Alright, now I officially have a big deficit, and now I don't. Perfect. So now I can just make it rain hell on the opposing Indian faction. That is not a good battle, and I can immediately tell because the green bubble is slowly decreasing, which means it's going to turn into a red bubble pretty soon. So there goes the Deccan Federation. And now let's go and crush the British government. And I'm also going to motorize supply, even though it's going to cost us a little bit of trucks. It is going to, but when we have the production up, it's going to help us with supply issues. My god, it's just going to be a freaking blowout war. I'm also going to merge up all fallback line armies, improve the generals, get another focus, which can be seeking aid from Britain, you're not sure. And now let's go and kill this joke of a competent India. Go. Look at this, just green bubbles all the way. And destroying this incompetent dominion. Look at this, bro. Freaking blowout war against the British government. And then after this, I can declare India the united subcontinent. But then, I'm also not going to be done. I'm not going to end it as just a little unstable syndicalist India. I'm going to expand using all of these focuses. Because why wouldn't you expand? Plus, I'm going to also join the Third International just to go through some Reichspakt stuff. And also overrun them using freaking infantry. Yes, legitimate infantry. Wow. This is just freaking disaster. There we go. Let's annex all of them. Take navies. And look at that. That is the Indian subcontinent united. Perfect. And now we need to deal with the reconstruction of India after uniting it under the syndicalist banner. Now let's immediately start building some more factories and start industrializing. And then the first thing that I'm going to do is focus on rebuilding and reconstructing India, and then I'm going to focus on politics. Oh, and Austria-Hungary federalizes. Who cares? And now let's move it to Delhi, and now let's immediately now rebuild our future. But now look at this glorious syndicalist India. And I'm going to help the Socialist Republic of Italy with their little Italian affairs, of course. And then after, when Italy wins the Civil War, I can just join the Third International. And of course, overrun the Reichspakt. Alright, and now let's start overrunning the Italian monarchy and of course the Democrats. But the thing is, like, this is over a huge river, but I think I can win this if I just concentrate on Milan. From this town, since it's not a river, it's gonna not hinder my attack. So let's go here, force attack, get them out of Milan, kill the Republic, and then spearhead into the monarchy. There we go, and then after that, let's just blow through the Republic. Look at this. This is just freaking destruction of the Republic. And now it's immediately now integrate the reclaimed land, since there's a lot of resistance in India, since a lot of people don't like our little syndicalist government. So we need to make sure that they like it and they're happy with it, or else it's not going to be fun for any of us. And now let's just kill the Republican forces in Italy, overrun the monarchy, and make the Socialist Republic of Italy great. Ooh, even Iran is socialist. And the Ottomans are, of course, getting destroyed. Great news, since they're very aligned with the Reichspakt, so nice. Now let's just go and crush the Republic. Force attack this, and then after that, I'm going to force attack that. Spearhead into Venice, kill the monarchy. Call it a day for Italy. What's happening with the... I could do something here, but they're just encircled, but who cares? Who cares that they are encircled? We will help our syndicalist brothers in America. Oh, 3 divisions. That's great news. We can actually send a lot of help to them, so let's just get a general and send the army to help out syndicalist America. Alright, time for me to now get increasing integration efforts, and then after that, tackle resistance. And time for me to now get Fate of the Princes. Yes. Let's start cracking down on the princes, and now let's get amnesty for native soldiers after that. And now let's help the Workers' Congress of the Americanos, and the first thing that I'm going to do is press on this encirclement. Oh, and Mexico's also Third International. Bro, I swear to God, there's a lot of nations that are Third International. Alright, so I'm going to defend against this counter encirclement, punch here, kill this encirclement inside of Indianapolis, and then just keep on pushing out the authoritarian Americanos. Perfect, encirclement made. I'm just going to have a division hold for defense, and then just have a division attack the Americanos encirclement. Now let's start attacking this encirclement. Alright, so Fate of the Princes, exile them. And now let's get Reconstruction crews? No. Amnesty for native soldiers? No, I'm actually going to get Union Reconstruction crews. Now let's just focus on strengthening India. Oh my god, and now that's what I call a nice little opposition American encirclement. That is perfect. And also going to make maybe mechanized shock troop, just because I do want to kill and crush the Reichspakt, and maybe even Boris Savinkov's regime. Maybe, I don't know. So Savinkov is a big maybe, but I definitely do want to crush the Reichspakt if I have the chance. And the first thing that I want to do now is crush the United States military administration, and then I'm going to crush the people's government. Then I might maybe crush Canada, since they're way weaker than they look. And now let's reconnect the nation. And I'm also now going to formulate the retaken states. And I'm also just going to now keep tackling resistance. And now let's do a little spearhead and just crush this military administration of America. Speaking of my Italian volunteers, I need to go crush the Republic, so let's do that immediately. Or wait, no, the front line's too short, it's going to be impossible, so let's go help the Italians crush the monarchy. After focusing a little bit on syndicalist American affairs. My god, this is just a freaking disaster for the military administration. And after reconnecting the nation, I'm going to now get the first United Congress of India. Just because I, of course, need to get some political stability in. Finally, the military administration is getting crushed. And I'm also now going to see if I can blow through South Carolina and then spearhead north. Or you know what, I'm going to concentrate here where there's only one infantry division. And then I'm just going to encircle these guys and then just eventually kill the incompetent military administration. Moderates. And now let's go and crush the military administration's army. Bang. And I cannot crush it because there's like a garrison there. Oh my god, and now we're led by Sarojini Naidu. And we are now totalist? Totalist, so I guess we're radical socialist. Okay. I really don't care, honestly, but whatever. So I guess we're radical socialists, and trust me, I have no clue what I'm doing. But now let's just get unity and brotherhood? Weekly stability and weekly war support? Sure, I'll take that. So, you know, I'm going to get Vision of the Mahatma. Oh, Charleston has been left wide open. I will take that opportunity to encircle it and frickin' have, like, come on. God damn it, bro. Really? Really? Just can't. God damn it. Who cares? But, oh my god, this woman just looks kind of chopped. She just looks kind of ugly. I'm sorry. She's just kind of ugly. Like, she's kind of ugly, bro. I'm sorry, but who cares? Who cares? She will serve as a competent leader. Alright, and I'll tackle some more resistance. Ooh, I could crush a Americano division, and sadly I cannot. Jesus Christ, bro. The military administration is strong. They are a strong nation. That is a one thing's for sure. Let's make also some better gun production. And now to immediately put the farmer first. That makes sense. The fact that we're putting the farmer first, because he's the reason why that we have food on our table. But first, let's start fixing widespread rural poverty by getting, I think, rations. I think this means. I don't know. What's happening in Italy? Ooh, we just isolated the Papal States. That is amazing. Yo, factories. Sure. And I'm also gonna see if I can break through Rome and then just blow the monarchy and the Papal States of Italy out. I'm also not going to increase integration efforts in some more states. I'm also going to go... Oh, wait, no, but pretty much every single territory is integration, so whatever. And now I can finally get national Swadeshi and no longer have India be a state of Indian rural poverty. Alright, and now I'm going to see if I can encircle some more military administration troops. Come on, kill it. Alright, that less than won't do crap. The assault is already there. Your strength is going to be dwindling. Your organization is non-existent, bro. Yep, there we go. We forced them out. Stay there. Have the military administration troops die. And then after that, punch through and take the supply hub of Charlotte. Alright, stay there. Attack these troops. And after that, I'm going to make a little spearhead into Raleigh. First, cut off the railway. Hold off the counter-assault. And after that, cut off Southern California. Or, no, Southern Carolina, not California. I'm freaking stupid. Alright, good. We have integrated some more lands. Great news. Let's increase some more integration. And now let's... Integration of some ideals. Because I'm not reading that word. Satyagraha ideals. Okay, so it's Satyagraha. Alright, whatever. So now let's go and kill this Marine. Punch through and circle, and then just keep on encircling their troops to the point where they get so weak that the military administration simply capitulates to the glorious syndicalists. Yo, but now, like, my ability is gonna start stacking after this. Alright, let's punch through and take this. Perfect. Last stand. Yes, get a last stand. Come on, bro. I just need some reinforcements in there. Yeah, bro. Cohesion's ass, bro. Come on, just make a spearhead. Oh my god, are we holding them off? That's amazing. But we're not gonna hold off for long though, so we gotta shatter them, rescue my division. Oh, and now the Second Weltkrieg starts with Savinkov wanting to overrun Europe. I'm gonna Savinkov, but I don't know who's gonna win this. And they're definitely losing. Oh, and look at the Socialist Republic of Italy crushing the two Sicilies. Glorious. And now let's get the research slot, or should I put the farmer first? Well, how about we now get some unity and brotherhood? And after that, let's tackle some more resistance, just because people don't want India to be unified. That's kind of sad. Oh my god, we got mechanized. Let's go. I can actually use this for my shock troops. Because sure, it's gonna be like a bit times more expensive, but they're also gonna be a bajillion times more effective in combat. And now to make this motorized division a strong mechanized piece of glory. So this is gonna be my typical mechanized division. It's just gonna be stacked with lots of motorized artillery, motorized recon, anti-air, and then engineer. So this has a lot of soft attack, and I'm gonna adopt a doctrine that supports it, like armored cavalry. Now let's put these bastards into training, make them elite, since these guys are gonna be, of course, my glorious shock troops. And I'll see if I can just wreck the military administration up, because sure, it's taking a while, but slow but wins the race here. And now there we go. The Italian balance shatters. Oh my god, now look at this. The Romanians and the Serbians joined the Balkan Accord, or the Moscow Accord. And now the Syndicalists are at war with the Reichspakt. Who will win this? We will never know. But I feel like I should I should join their faction, but for some reason I can't, which is stupid. Since I am pretty much aligned with them. Oh, the place of the Red Raj. Okay, that makes sense. Now let's start building some military factories. I'm time to now see if I can just crush the two Sicilies once and for all. Yep, look at them just run the Reichspakt over. Look at this. Oh, and now they got pushed. Oh no. And honestly, I do want to help out the International with this, just, you know, some infantry. So, you know, I'm going to get the place of the Red Raj after this, join the Third International, crush the Reichspakt, and help the Syndicalist Americans win the Civil War. Since I'm, like, doing some decisive damage to the military administration, it's just that they're not capitulating, which is annoying. Yay, the fall of Lisbon, which means that now the Entente is going to be way weaker. Alright, now since we have not gotten the place of the Red Raj, let's join the International Sword. And then after that, I'm going to put my farmer first, since they are the reason why we Indian people get food. Alright, good. Another encirclement, and I'll just keep on helping the Syndicalists crush the military administration. Just bit by bit, the Syndicalists in America shall win the war. Oh my god, just what is happening here? Freaking Reichspakt disaster happening. Oh my god, and even Savinkov is doing some nice damage in the east. Nice job, Savinkov. Since like I'm joining the war soon, it's just I want to have some fun crushing the United States military administration. So now force attack, and now I'm going to merge up all armies with the Indian army, make those glorious mechanized, and see if they do some damage. Under a new general, that's mainly alright. So cavalry officer I could use, make a front line on the Reichspakt border, and then after that join the war against the Reichspakt. Since no one likes a competent German Reichspakt, everybody likes a competent Third International now. Since who the hell doesn't? Yo, what is gone, dog? I thank God that artillery division's holding. Oh, look at that, just made a retreat. Perfect. And then after that, conscription? No, I have enough core population. I don't need it. And time to now tackle more resistance and have no longer be pissed at a unified syndicalist India, or actually radical socialist India. And now just go and crush this encirclement full of military administration troops. And there we go, that's another encirclement. And now what I'm going to get now is Southern Sham Bhakti to, of course, reconstruct India from the civil war it had. Perfect, and now that's more military administration troops crushed. Oh my god, freaking Reichspakt disaster in the east and in the west. They're getting completely destroyed, and Poland stays the monarchy. Sadly, that's the most boring path, so yeah. But, you know, check video in Zagrzewski's Light if you want to see a glorious socialist commonwealth, if you do. So just check that out. Oh my god, freaking German spearhead, that is bad. Oh no. Where is my goddamn army? Wait, bro, don't tell me that they're still... Okay, so they're moving somewhere, so the question is, where the hell are they moving? Moving. There's a question that we all know. Alright, so they're all moving into the Spanish ports. Okay. And speaking of America, we're about to go crush the military administration and either the people's government and the Constitutional Coalition. Oh, but they're also at war with Canada, so it's gonna be good for the both of us. Oh, well, I know this is kind of funny, but I think as the Pacific States or as the American Constitutional Coalition, I think it's in Kaiserreich. If you somehow like play like the States of America during the Civil War, you can actually get Walt Disney as your leader, which is kind of funny. By the way, that's like a little fun fact that nobody probably cares about. Oh boy, this is gonna be a real fun time trying to kill the military administration here. This is gonna be a nice fun time trying to. And now let's get the ashram approach. Thank God. Bro, New York City will not break, will it? It will not. Oh, now look at this. Just more and more Germans dead at the border. Great news. And Russia's, of course, running over Belarus and Ukraine. Oh my god, a little naval invasion in Austria was just all that it took to kill them. And Greece is also just getting destroyed by, of course, the Spanish Socialist Republic. Finally, my troops have arrived on the border. Perfect. So, you know, I'm going to war. Oh, but the question is, I just want to see if there's any nations that are part of the Reichspakt that are close to me. Absolutely no one. Perfect. Join the damn war. Now let's go and kill the Reichspakt. Just because we have lots of troops here, lots of mechanized, ready to go and kill the German menace. And for now, I'm just going to defend against German assaults. So just for now, kill their men. And then just wait for Savinkov to overrun Western Europe. Yay, follow Vienna. So, you know what? I'm just going to assault now. Screw it. Begin the liberation of Germany. And now let's bringing Swadeshi to Bombay and keep on reconstructing glorious India. Local elections in the south? Nope. I'm good. First, I gotta completely wreck the Reichspakt. So let's just go and absolutely pulverize them. Oh, fuck. Alright, I'm the biggest retard of all time because I didn't see freaking Bombay. Oh, crap. I'm gonna 69 divisions, so then I can just contain this piece of crap. Wow, my main guys just go and run over the German mainland. Yep, and there goes the military administration. Perfect. And now the Workers' Congress of America is in a better position. Oh my god, just look at this disaster of the Reichspakt inside of Western Germany. Just look at this disaster. Oh, desperately need some more divisions so then I could just crush this and then just port guard my little India. Oh, there we go. Finland is gone because of glorious Savinkov. Nice. Alright, now there goes the Ukrainian state, and then next up is going to be Belarus. Wait, how's my mechanized doing? Okay, they're doing something, except they're just not in the right area to do it. So, you know, I'm gonna pull them out, make a front line. All right, you really shouldn't overextend it. Just extend it from the Alsace-Lotharingen all the way up, punch into Berlin, and after that, I'm gonna use my mechanized like here. Just did some real damage on their little border. And my god, my mechanized production is kind of terrible with only 12 mechanized a day. That's just... Alright, let's get construction, and now let's get excavation. And now let's kill them all. Let's go and destroy the German Empire once and for all. Look at Western Germany just falling apart. I'm just gonna begin my mechanized offensive. Just go, I don't care at this point. And now let's, after this focus, redistribute occupied land. And now it's time that we redistribute occupied land and maybe get better radio. Oh my god, just look at Germany getting crushed just by using Indian artillery. And also the syndicalist workers' might to destroy their incompetent empire. I love this. Alright, and Spain is repelling an Entente invasion just because they are, of course, not strong enough. Like, you don't have the manpower or industry to continue this war, Kingdom of France. And honestly, during my France video, as of course under Henry Mordek, I was just reliant on the Reichspakt just to do all the heavy lifting, but I had to get some more participation in, so that's why I went to go naval invade the Union of Britain eventually. So, you know, watch that, definitely a really good one. Okay, I got two ready to pulverize these bastards and keep on marching into the Reichspakt. Yeah, but where are my 69 divisions at? Alright, let's go and wipe out this disaster before it gets any worse for pretty much anybody. So let's go. Crush it immediately. And we are also at war with the Entente. So that's great news, I guess. God, just look at Austria getting destroyed. Look at this glorious Indian commune destroying the entirety of the Reichspakt. And now after basically blitzing the little footholds that the Germans have in India, I can actually go back to overrunning their incompetent nation and then maybe even take Berlin. Really great victory for the Commune of France. Guys, that was all me. What's wrong with you? Alright, so I'm gonna see if I can take Stettin. Just do some serious damage to the Germans right now. And then after that, just keep on pushing. And then after that, crush their joke of a competent nation. I'm also now going to crush this German encirclement out of Denmark. And then after that, I'm going to now get dealing with the sister republic. Oh my god, and this allows us to kill the Republic of Burma and then also to core their territory. Look that nice Reichspakt encirclement, Sonderborg, and then after that, crush the rest of the Reichspakt. And then after that, I'm going to focus on expanding elsewhere. There we go, and now that's a little German foothold made, and I'm also going to take some ships away from the Germans, since I can. So I'll take some nice ships away from them. Alright, select all, take all the ships, and get out of the peace conference. Perfect, and now the German Empire has been dissolved, and now let's go and crush Austria. Oh, and our Free Russian Army, I don't care about the Bolsheviks. I'll type this, and I'll see if I can crush more of the United States of not-so-greater Austria. But I can't believe the Baratia People's Republic is a strong and glorious state. Alright, Austria's getting crushed. And I'm dealing with the sister republic is done. And now what I'm going to do now is resolving the Nepal conflict. Yep, and there goes Austria. So you know what? I'm going to make a Balkan holding inside of Austria. So I'm just going to make a Bosnian thing going on, since I deserve some nice land for my war participation. Perfect, and that's perfect. And now that's a little foothold secured in Austria. And now I can start making some puppets. Wait, we're also at war with Russia? What? Oh, wait, no. Lithuania stands with me in Daugus. Wait, did Lithuania get a rework? Oh my god, I actually never saw this focus tree. I think Lithuania got a rework. Oh my god. It's a nice focus tree. I just wish it just had, like, the idea of restoring, like, Greater Lithuania or something like that, bro. Like, would have been cool. Oh my god, the Fengtian government is going for full-on domination. Now, there goes the Baltic Duchy. I have no participation for the Baltics. And Lithuania is the last one standing. And, of course, they're also being crushed by Boris Savinkov's regime. Oh, nice, I guess. Alright, what's happening in the Workers' Congress of America? So let's just send them some guns. Look at them. They're just cooking the on top. And, of course, the other America. There goes Lithuanians, got no peace score, it doesn't make sense, and now we finally are at peace. Oh wait, no, we still have war with the Entente, but they're insignificant, so who the hell cares? Now let's make some nice little vassal states now. Yep, Russia has generated a Poland. I'm about to start generating some other states also, when I have the glorious chance. Alright, so dealing with Nepal, demand the return of the occupied districts, and let's get future of the Hermit Kingdom. And I'm also not going to pull out all my forces and send them to deal with the mountain republics. Oh, now the Russian state is going after Afghanistan, and now look at that. Nepal submits to glorious India. Alright, so I'm getting future of the Hermit Kingdom. I'm going to restore the unity of Kashmir, frontier tactics, or frontier tracts. And then after that, oh my god, I need to crush the Republic of Burma. Yo, I need to crush Burma. So you know, send my whole army, crush Burma, and then after that, I'm going to crush the Kingdom of Siam. For some reason, I cannot make vassal states, and it's kind of pissing me off a little, because I'm seeing everybody making little vassal states. Well, I do see Russia making vassal states, but everybody else, not really. Like France, not so much. Oh, and oh my god, and Carol of Romania has been assassinated, and now they're led by Mihai. And now the Russians are about to go crush the Socialist Republic of Iran. After dealing with the Hermit Kingdom, let's crush them. So I'm just going to send my forces and then crush Bhutan. And then after that, I'm going to liberate the frontier tracts and make the Indian People's Republic great again. Finally, I can make some vassal states. So first, fate of Prussia. Free Socialist Republic. Oh yeah, release a Prussian state. Croatia, liberate Croatia. And then this, grant it to Slovenia, since we can't really give it to anybody else. Fate of North Germany, give it to our German allies. East German, yes. Give it to the East German Socialist Republic, East German allies. Mura, Slovene, Myria, Croatia, Bosnia, Croatia. Look at this. And now I got some nice little vassal states inside of Germany. Alright, Schleswig-Holstein, this, Dalmatia, Croatia, Vojvodina, Croatia, and then West Prussia, East Germany. Alright, West Banat, Croatia, and then Northern Schleswig. And look at this, I now have a strong North German Socialist Republic, and they even got a little cute focus tree that probably means absolutely nothing. But look at this, just a nice focus tree. It's pretty cute. It's small, but it's nice. Of course, got an incompetent East Prussia compared to glorious North Germany. And we also now got a Croatian Socialist Republic over here. And you know what? And the first thing that I'm going to do now is immediately crush Bhutan. Just because I feel like it. Do they have a focus tree? Yes, but it's pretty shit, so who cares? Alright, so send a couple of divisions here. Pin attack Punaka. Kill that on irregular division. Alright, there we go. Perfect, and now let's kill the encircled soldiers inside of Punaka. And then, of course, after that, annex the state of Bhutan. Wait, are my troops getting convoy raided? Like, where are they at, bruv? Oh my god, my PC is selling right now. What's going on? Okay, there we go. My troops are being safely sent to our land, so then we can crush the Republic of Burma. Alright, there goes Bhutan. And after liberating the frontier tracts, I'm now going to restore the unity of Kashmir. Well, 1941, we crushed the Reichspakt, and the Workers' Congress of America is crushing the Dominion of Canada and the American Constitutional Coalition. So, great news for the syndicalists. Cool. Crap, what the hell just happened? Oh, yeah, convoys got raided, but... yeah, at least my troops are here to crush Burma, march onto Siam, and then after that, demand some crap from more nations. Alright, as a fate of Bhutan, I guess we just create a loyal Bhutan, like, I don't know. Get a free puppet. Liberation of the West, really, Savinkov? So I just made your freaking little Eastern Bloc against the Third Glorious International. Yeah, two Savinkov, nobody likes you. Alright, now let's go and crush Burma, and we're gonna go to war with Japan. You don't care, screw it. If Japan will hinder my expansion, so be it. I don't care. So now let's go and crush Burma and call all of my glorious allies in. Yes, join, and then after that, more joining. So, alright, so now we are officially at war with Japan, and now it's about time that we go and overrun Burma. And then after that, I'm gonna help out China, since they're getting crushed. So I need to help them not get crushed, or else it's not going to be a fun time for anyone trying to march on to the Yunanese mountains. So I ask for military access through all of the Chinese warlord states, because I want to see if I can just shove the Japanese Empire out of glorious Asia and crush them. My god, my mechanized is actually doing some nice damage. I'm time to now have my mechanized drive through the railway, and then after that go and take Rangoon, capitulate Burma, and then after that we're gonna go crush the Fengtian government and Japan. Come on, just a couple more pieces of land. I got intercepted, but that won't stop our glorious advance into Burma. So by basically making it rain hell on Burma, we can just win the war. My god, but we have Rangoon by the balls. And there goes Burma. And thankfully they didn't join the co-prosperity sphere, so now look at that. India expands east, and now let's send our troops to help against the Japanese Empire and their incompetent states, because I want to crush them. And I, of course, want to also crush the Fengtian government and their incompetent little army. So, time to now send us a big, fat, like, troops into China. Wait, who's faction leader? Oh, Yunnan is faction leader. Great news, actually, because they're pretty much isolated. And with my glorious little Indians running in, we should, you know, crush the Japanese incompetent empire. And what I'm also going to do now is outlawing untouchability. And then after I get the research slot, and then just get these two focuses. And it's time just to now demand some more territory. I think I should begin my little offensive, should I? See a push. I see an encirclement of Yan'an and killing those troops. And no, I don't. But, okay. Starving though, so that's great news. So, you know what, let's, I guess, just go and crush these troops right here, I guess. Like, I don't know, just concentrate your assaults, get encirclements, and make them evaporate. Or you're gonna go for an assault. Let's recover some Chinese land. And, of course, you know, back the Qing government to contest Japanese authority. So, let's just get some land gain in. Since, like, I just want a little bit of land gain. Just a little bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. Since I just want to recover a little bit of my allies' lands and destroy Japanese influence inside of China. Oh, I see an encirclement. If I just go here, and then I just spearhead north, and then I just get these guys, and then just spearhead south. Get a freaking insane encirclement. Wait, no, but like, when I attack here, I can just flank them out through the supply hub. And make it rain hell on their ass, bro. Yep. Take claim state war goal, and now let's get some revolutionized education. Alright, so now what else could I do? Oh, I could see if I can punch through these irregulars. On a timer to now take Guiyang. And also going to redraw the offensive line to make it more dedicated towards the south. So it's like perfect. So then I target more of the south. which means that I could, you know, China, or expand the Chinese United Front and make it stronger. And hopefully I could also win the Battle of Xi'an, just so I could recover the Qing government. Yeah, bro, I can't break through anywhere, and even with encirclements, I cannot break through, so it's gonna be a real fun time trying to overrun Japan, using, of course, glorious Indian forces. Yeah, and the Qing government's coming back, slowly. Slowly but surely, the Qing government is being restored. Oh, another encirclement. Glorious. Alright, it's time to now blast through Xi'an and officially restore the Qing government. There we go, the Qing government is now back up and running. I'm also gonna see if I can punch these guys out and get another co-prosperity sphere encirclement. Since if I play my cards right, I can make the co-prosperity sphere melt right now. Like, I can just completely destroy their nation. If you look at that, another encirclement has been pulled off, full of little Japanese soldiers. And I'm also going to kill... Oh my god, I don't have military access into Yunnan. Oh wait, it just said they're not at war with Siam, right? Oh no, it says that they're not at war with German East Asia. Alright, so who cares? Alright, so now let's go wipe out some more troops. On the time to now pull back, reorganize. And after that, do the second offensive to liberate China from Japanese oppression. I'm gonna now see if I can just blitz this division right here. Oh my god, it was a mechanized who was carrying it. It won't hurt if I can just get some troops all the way down there. Come on. Force them out. There we go. That's what I call a nice little co-prosperity sphere encirclement. Since, like, the thing is with Japan, you just gotta encircle their forces to the point where they're so weak that you could just make them melt like butter. And that's what we are doing right now. This is our East Asia. Okay, I have scores, so you know what? I'm gonna steal maybe a little bit of some Vietnamese territory. And then after that, just... Alright, so whatever. So you know what? Take a navy. Dog, I can't even have a navy, or fuck you too, bro. Who cares? And now we got some Japanese land ready to be dead. So now let's just do a freaking down offensive. See if I can just recover some more land and just push Japan. And you're going to get Sarva Dharma Samabhava. What the hell does that mean? We will never know. Oh, encirclement? Maybe? No, it's not an encirclement, but it's a push. Oh, found one. One cavalry division push. Get an encirclement. Alright, good. Now I'm gonna 3-prong attack Liu Zhou. Retreat my 2 divisions back. Oh my god, I just found a smaller encirclement, but it's actually going to be a higher success rate encirclement. Nice, I'm going to attack the Chinese troops here, or Japanese simp troops. Now see if I can just keep on. Alright. Look at this. This is just what I call the Chinese liberation offensive. Since we're slowly recovering Chinese land and industry and manpower, and taking it back from Fengtian oppression. Finally, I can march into the railways and the mountains. Take the forests. Every time I see if I can encircle. There we go. Now we got a nice inner Mongolian push, which is great news. I just gotta send my troops there. Yeah, there we go. And now let's kill these little co-prosperity sphere troops and wipe them out. And just see if I can just liberate more Chinese land from Japan. And I'll see how the Chinese United Front is looking. Alright. No. Look at this. Now they're looking a little bit bigger. Nice. Alright, so I'm about to split off. There we go. We got the... Yo. Yeah, there is no way the Workers' Congress of America is this powerful. Bro, because right now they're crushing the Constitutional Coalition and Canadians. Great news. I know, bro. Like, great news, bro. That's the greatest news. Like I can't believe the Syndicalist Americanos were like that. And look at that. The Qing government is crawling back into the fight against Japan. So slowly but surely, we are recovering their lands and giving it to the Qing government. Yep, fall of Wuhan, and that is more land and industry and manpower under Chinese control and not under any Japanese oppressionists. Look at this. Japanese disasters in China. This is amazing. Oh, and now we got a nice successful assault going on inside of northern China. And also, even parts of eastern China is falling apart. Oh crap, I need lots of artillery. Give me some artillery and cannon production. Wow, there goes the Entente. Just like that? You know what? I want, what do I want? Oh, Portuguese influence. Or do I want Morocco influence? Morocco. So I want control over the reef, and then I want some Portuguese control. Oh, wait, actually, no. So, since Spain will become the Iberian Union, so no, just give me Moroccan control. And then after that, some nice ships. My god. Oh, just give me Morocco. Alright, let's just, like, pass a bajillion times, and now let's take my ship. And then the Sardinian Navy. Perfect. So that I wanted. And look at that. I've taken Morocco under Indian control. Perfect. And now there goes the Entente. So I guess that's another opposition faction out. Oh my god, I need fuel. I don't have fuel. Where's my fuel? I do not have fuel. That's sadly sad. So you know what? Avenge these. I say no. Now let's avenge these 36th war. Because why not? I don't care. Oh my god. Retake Jiujiang immediately. And I'm gonna reorganize my troops because I don't think they have any equipment anymore. And we need to recover all of that equipment after realizing that I'm mass producing too much crap. And Jeff just announced our mass building military factories. And speaking of the current front lines, I'm going to get these 17 divisions, or 11 divisions, I misread it. And I'm just going to have these guys hold off against Indochina while my main guys over here just destroy Japan. Since I really don't have a good and competent army anymore, so all I just really need to do is just capitalize on the fact that they have no troops, improve my command, and then after that, pulverize their incompetent action. It's time to now do another assault. And let's recover some more land from the Japanese oppressors. Oh my god. We actually got a spearhead going on here. So let's immediately just start expanding this spearhead so that we can just cause a lot of damage to the Co-Prosperity Sphere's front lines. And we're also recovering most of the Qing government's lands. And I'm also now starting to march into the lands of Manchukuo. Or just overall Inner Mongolia. And I just want to just cause a lot of damage to their front lines right now. But look at this, glorious Qing government is now being liberated from, of course, Fengtian oppression. So let's just, of course, continue this offensive and destroy their incompetent state once and for all. I just need so much equipment, though. Just because I allocated most of my military industry just to mass produce guns. So I'm going to stop my offensive here, wait for myself to regain some equipment, because I need lots of equipment, and I also need lots of military factories, and I also need lots of goddamn production. So time to now go all in on industry, and also artillery. And now I guess I could get developing the Indian Air Force, even though we're not going to have an Air Force. I didn't ask for that. Hold up, now I gotta take my 69 glorious divisions. Wait, am I training any divisions? No, that's good news. So now let's just go and crush, I guess, since they look pretty big, and that's a problem. So let's just go and send our troops there, kill Siam, and go. So halt and redeploy immediately. Well, like, as long as Siam doesn't join the Co-Prosperity Sphere, I should be generally okay. Oh, wow. Alright, so now let's immediately now try to encircle one. Stupid sushi eaters. Come on, pin it. Alright, good. Perfect, and now let's immediately crush this Japanese disaster. And now there we go. That is a 2-division Japanese encirclement out and expelled from Syndicalist India. There goes that Marine. I just do feel like pushing, but I don't have the guns. My gun production is non-existent. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can march into more of Burma and reclaim it. Since all I just really need to pull off against the Japanese are just very insanely small-scale encirclements. Yeah, we're not making them melt, are we? No, we are not. Hey, but you could at least force this fort. Or this port, actually, not the fort, the port. Freaking stupid. Alright, so you know, I'm just gonna add my 1 artillery back for some extra soft attack, but I just gotta rest, defend, and crush the Japanese in China before I focus on other fronts. Oh, great. We don't have a competent railway just because they took the freaking supply hub in Mandalay. This is gonna be fun. Okay, and there we go. The French are crushing Ceylon, or Sri Lanka. And there we go, Ceylon. So I'm just gonna take Little Empire. I just want Trichomali. Oh, okay, so it's gift state. Cool. And I am out. Perfect, and look at this. India expands into the Ceylon Islands. Oh my god. They just freaking broke through our defense. God damn you, Japanese. Oh, this cohesion is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god. Alright, so I guess our guys are saying, yes, we can go, so let's go. Oh my god, and the Syndicalists just landed inside of Burma, so now let's just begin our offensive and liberate our lands from Japanese oppression. Yo, our cohesion is ass, bro. What's happening? Freaking running around like mindless monkeys. Alright, I guess I could maybe do an offensive here. Like, supply hub. Oh my god, I need that supply hub. Come on, give me that supply hub. God damn it, give me that supply hub. And there we go. That is the supply hub. That's not a supply hub. I'll read that ass. What the hell? That's not a supply hub? Oh, that's a supply hub. Oh my god, I'm just freaking retarded. I am a big retard. Alright, so my troops are saying yes, we can go, but we're not pushing though. Well, like, we're pushing, but it's not really significant. Alright, do I have a gun stockpile? No, I don't, but I'm making 400 guns a day, so my deficit should be gone pretty soon. But I'm just getting pushed. Like I'm getting, oh my god, but there's like so many weak divisions right here that I could just blow them away using artillery. See, because like the Fengtian government is their weak point. So if I can just capitalize on the fact that the Fengtian does not have a good military, you know what? Three-prong attack that tile. Alright, so this is a supply hub, no great news, and they're starving now. So we gotta just hold the line here and they can starve. Oh, I see a breakthrough right here. And then I can see if I can get a division encirclement. Perfect. Look at that, and that's a little encirclement completed. Yeah, for some reason, I'm not pushing into Burma, and it's kind of annoying me, but there's no supply, though. Just because they freaking took Mandalay, so I can't really push. See, because like, if I just take Mandalay, they're gonna be screwed if I take Mandalay, because that means, you know, we'll have supply, and then life is good, you know. I know I can pull off an encirclement here, it's just I don't know where to start it. Or I could push north and liberate more of the Qing government. And I cannot. God, this whole entire war is burning into a stalemate. Or actually, maybe not. Hold up. Let's just have our mechanized melt them. Stay here. And I'm going to see if I can just drive through the League of Southeastern Provinces. So, yeah, so I'm going to delete this front line, remake it again. But, you know, running around like mindless monkeys. And after that, I'm going to put my 6 mechanized right here. And y'all are going to be hitting Nanjing. So let's just send the rest of our mechanized and let's overrun incompetent China and kill it and destroy it completely. I'm also not going to see if I can just pull off an encirclement and then maybe also retake Anqing. There we go, Anqing is taken. I'm going to pull back, defend, and now we cannot defend, for God. Oh my god, bro, they're leaving their outposts completely open. So, you know, I'm marching to Zhengzhou. Okay, of course, there's a bajillion troops there. Of course. Alright, but I don't know what to do here since there's no supply, so I really cannot break through. If that's the right word. Yeah, but no supply for me down there. So I either gotta build a new supply hub or I just gotta find new fronts to shatter co-prosperity sphere on, and I think I just found it. So we shatter them in Anqing again. We actually defend against a counterattack, and then we just spearhead here, take the mechanized down here, take an infantry division, then we encircle these troops, kill them, and then just march. Alright, stay there. Alright, there we go. We have blown them away. Now to immediately quell this encirclement. Look at this, bro. This is what I call a nice little pro-prosperity sphere disaster. I'm happy that the Syndicalists are holding off here. Hopefully they could get some more reinforcements, because they could do some serious damage to the Kingdom of Siam right now. But that's what I call a nice little Fengtian Japanese pro-prosperity sphere encirclement. Immediately wipe it out and kill some Japanese troops. Okay, I think I could do something here. And I cannot, because there's Japanese troops. So I'm going to see if I can break through these League of Southeastern Provinces irregulars and then hopefully pull off an encirclement. Since I know I could do some serious damage in the north. If I just consolidate my front line, I can just really do some damage. But first, how about we unite with the railway? And I cannot, sadly. Okay, but we're doing well. We're slowly pushing them out, and we're slowly retaking our little lands. Since I do also want to punch into Nanjing and then maybe even capitulate them if I have the chance. Alright, I got Nanjing under our control. That's great news. And now, actually, I'm going to train up some more mechanized because these things are way too overpowered. So I'm going to train like 8 more divisions of these things, and then I'm going to have them just help this Chinese spearhead. Wait for some reinforcements. Alright, there we go. I'm going to get these troops in. Boom. I just got my mechanized. No, you're not moving away. No! God, bro. Where's my troops, dog? Where's my troops at? Yo, bro. What the actual fuck? Brother, just what the fuck? Bro, this cohesion is like the most, like, thing I've ever seen in my life. What the hell? Freaking abandoning everywhere. Like, what is this, dog? But at least there's a bunch of Chinese units here just chilling, so we didn't really lose a significant amount of land. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can blast through Wuhu, and I freaking cannot. Too much troops. So, you know what? Alright, so I can't isolate the port, sadly. But I just gotta find somewhere to do some serious damage in, because I know if I just get my mechanized out of here, just delete the front line, and then just concentrate them right here, spearheading into Kaifeng, then I could do some nice and serious damage here. Oh, look at that. It's a very weak flank, which I do like, since it's only irregulars. Yeah, there we go. The Workers' Commonwealth of America is now at war with the Japanese. Perfect. Alright, time to now see if I can just drive my mechanized up to Kaifeng. So let's just drive him out. Boom. In this. Come on, spearhead. God damn it, dude, spearhead. What's wrong with you? Alright, good. We have now taken Kaifeng. I'm now going to immediately go march into Jingzhou. And then after that, kill some Fengtian bastards. And I cannot, but at least I took Kaifeng, which is not a supply hub. Damn it, so no supply in sight. I know where there's a supply. I can't really get the supply hub. So just immediately pull back. I want to see if I can mass assault Nanchang. Wait, hold up. So I just my new mechanizer trained up. I'm going to put them in a new army. Going for Guilin and Hengyang. Since if I can break through the river, I can get a very serious encirclement. It's gonna be a little bit hard, but once I get Guilin and then go through the railway, we should be good. Alright, can I take Taiyuan? It's a little bit guarded, so no. Damn it, syndicalists. Okay, so I'm gonna do another assault on Siamese horses and see if I could just... Yo, wait, I can add... Bro, of course they have to go for a fucking last stand, dog. Of fucking course. Alright, so good. So now I got our mechanized, get a new general, have this dude drive through Guilin into Hengyang. We get this encirclement, and then we hopefully split off Guangxi. So now we go. Perfect. I'm gonna concentrate right here, and then after that, I'm just gonna keep on concentrating. Good. We have now fully taken Hengyang. I'm gonna just stop my offensive now and just defend accordingly. Oh, I could actually right here. This is mechanized. On this tile, I have one mechanized for. Yo, can you defend? You're not. Fucking sorry, but you're not. God damn it, bro. We can't even break through any single tile, dog. We cannot break through legitimately anywhere. It's kind of annoying. Alright, let's see if our assault on Hengyang could work. Because Siam can't be broken, since for some reason they're actually doing somewhat well just because they have supply, bro. If I had supply right now, I would have been destroying them right now. Like, destroying them. Oh my god, they actually pulled off an encirclement? Yup, here, that's good. That's what I call some more dead 33 people, but I don't care about this. Well, I tried breaking through and I failed miserably, so expand. I can't do anything, and my command power is like existing just because I got like more support. So Archipelago of Laos, Lao Tien State. I'd say no, I'm gonna get lots of war support, bro, and I still don't have it because of combat casualties. Really? Wait, how much casualties? Wow. Yo, I lost 1 million men fighting this. Oh, do I at least have equipment? Finally, I have a stockpile of something. Thank God. I'm time just to now wipe out this Co-Prosperity Sphere encirclement and just wipe it out. Oh my God, and now we got the Far Eastern Republic under Semyonov. Well, at least that's a nice encirclement that we've pulled off full of Japanese troops. And now I'm gonna see if I can maybe take some more land. Yeah, I can't pull off an encirclement here, but whatever, who cares? But I could definitely... Oh my God, but my infantry has like piercing. So you know what? Artillery, engineers, and then that's it. Since this thing should do pretty well, since I have a bunch of craps in... Well, since I have a bunch of crap in stockpile. So after adding some extra artillery... Bro, it's just like my line is stretched so thin, though. Like, I have enough divisions, so I'm gonna train up some more divisions. Since that's what I need right now. Some more people with rifles. But actually, no. Not more people with rifles. So I'm gonna concentrate my forces on this main flank. And what I mean by this main flank is just basically from here down into Taiyuan, down into Nanjing. Just like this area. Because like this is their weak spot. And with my troops a little bit more concentrated, I should be able to push them out successfully. Any kind of challenge. Or should I focus my attention on the south? Well, it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna have more troops anyways. So you know, let's just do our little offensive. Let's have a bunch of guns now, so let's see if we can punch the Japanese further out of China. So let's just see what kind of gains we can make here. And if it's not gonna be a lot, then so be it. But you know, but I'm just gonna need some extra land. Just so I could destroy the Co-Prosperity Sphere. Look at this. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can kill the League of Southeastern Provinces by somehow killing their forces and encircling their troops, or just mass assaulting Nanchang. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna mass assault Nanchang and just hope that reinforcement doesn't arrive. All right, and it did arrive, but it won't really stop our artillery raining hell on their divisions. And now let's concentrate down here. And then after that, march further up into Chuzhou. So let's go and march into that supply hub. Or at least just cut off the railway. Just what I really want to do right now is just some decisive damage on their forces. And also get some more land retaken. And everything else, see if I can just blow through these divisions. Blow through this railway. And see if I can pull off a little encirclement. Alright, do this. March here. Alright, good. Bang. Now look at that. That's a little encirclement. Alright, time just to now punch through south and just keep on invading and destroying the League of Southeastern Provinces. Since I don't really think there's going to be anything to save them now. Like, got no defense against us. It's going to be a disaster. Alright, cool. I'm going to see if I can split off the east. Bang. Boom. There we go. Alright, I'm going to see if I can retreat and just hope I don't get it. Alright, good. I didn't get encircled. Alright, I'm time to now march north and see if I can take Hangzhou. Oh, so I can take Wuxi. Yes, and I split them off, and now let's immediately now conquer some lands of Eastern China. Look at that. Eastern China being dominated by the United Front. Cool, fall of Shanghai. I'm also not going to do my offensive to quell the League of Southeastern Provinces once and for all. And then, of course, march further north. Oh, there we go. We also got little Vietnamese offensive, and I'm going to see if I can blast through Mandalay. But I cannot, sadly, but, yeah, there's... I could at least... Okay, I can't take that port city, but at least I'm taking more of northern China away. And let's see how strong the Qing is now. Oh my god, they're back. They are fully back. The dragon is back. I'm time to now see if I can take Ximen. Perfect. And I'm going to see if I can just take this railway into Baoding. Come on, just split it off. There we go. Oh, freaking armor is not working, but, you know, we're just slowly blasting through the north. And what's happening down here? We're doing some kind of decisive damage. And there goes the League of Southeast Provinces. Great news for me. And the next nation that I want to kill is of course the Fengtian government. Just wipe them out. My god, but just look at this freaking Chinese United Front comeback. Look at this little comeback. Alright, that we have taken Wei Xian. And that's immediately now punch through Eastern Shandong. Alright, cool. And now let's kill some nice little Japanese prosperity sphere divisions. Oh my god, we actually might be able to split these troops off. Make it rain hell, and now there we go. That is another Fengtian encirclement pulled off. These are just basically by using force concentration, we're just absolutely destroying Japan. Oh my god, look at this Chinese liberation. I just love this. And now there we go. That is some more dead co-prosperity sphere troops. And I'm going to send these troops into Manchuria. And then let's just go and destroy them. I'm also going to commence my offensive into Siam. Because my god, they are persistent bastards. And of course they're on last stand again. But that won't stop me. Look at this. Northern Fengtian blow. Oh yeah, but if you hear drilling in the background, that's my dad doing something. I don't know what he's doing. So just as a little inconvenience, if you just hear it, just don't say in the comments, oh yeah, oh, your background sound is terrible. You should pay like $24 a month for CapCut Plus. Like, bro, I do not have that much money. I am a poor piece of crap. That's exactly what I am. So, alright, so let's blast through shit. And then after that, blast through and take a hole. Look at this, bro. This is just what I call freaking Fengtian destruction. Now it's, I guess, I don't know, let's fortify our coastline, even though we're not going to experience naval invasions for this, for probably this entire run, because we're being guarded by the Syndicalist Navy. So there is no way in hell that will happen, and now we're finally starting to break through Siam. It is about time, dog. Oh. If only Yunnan declared war on Siam. Oh my god. Alright, who cares? Wipe out these Fengtian troops. And now let's just march and drive into Fengtian and destroy their nation. Yep. There goes Shenyang, and the Qing government is now starting to prevail in this war. I say, oh my god, he went for my path. He went for the overtures to the assembly because I consider this to be better than the Manchu Restoration. I don't know why it's better than the Manchu Restoration. Because this one gives you industry, while Manchu Restoration just only gives you freaking stability and, like, military factories to survive. I hate it. Like, the Manchu Restoration path also puts you in a very bad position, so it's not worth it, in my opinion. Just, you know, let's get the Jili Clique, because, like, it doesn't really matter who you really unite China as. Like, as long as you're a glorious Qing Empire, who the hell cares? Alright, now look at Fengtian. Freaking comeback of the century. If only I could break through Siam. Oh, I am, but it's just, like, slow process. Like the views on my Poland video. It's slowly increasing, but I don't know if it's gonna... Ooh, and plus I could also spearhead into Vladivostok if I just play my cards right. And maybe even capitulate the Fengtian government. Yeah, there goes glorious Feng Tian, and I'm now going to take my troops and go and punch through and take Korea. And then I'm also going to march onto the Far Eastern Republic. And after fortifying our shitty coastline, now let's get the Merchant Marine for some free convoys, like, I guess. And what I'm also going to do now is just march into Dalian, which is like a Manchurian, well, it's a Japanese-controlled port in Manchuria. That can be annoying if I don't crush it early, or if I just invade it. So there we go. And now we can just go and crush. Alright, and now we got a split-off front line. And now let's go and punch through the Far Eastern Republic. But look at this. I can't believe we have progressed this far. Just to expelling Japan out of the Chinese lands. From invading Korea. From invading Semyonov's regime. Yeah, and I'm slowly breaking through Siam. Just slowly. But surely I'm bleeding out their guns and manpower to the point where they won't be able to win the war anymore. I'm time to now see if I can just kill a Japanese division. And then after that, march into Vladivostok. See, look, now there we go. That's 2 divisions out of Pyongyang. And now that is Northern Korea taken by the Qing government. And the Far Eastern Republic is getting destroyed. Great news for all of us. And after when we destroy the Far Eastern Republic, we take Korea. And then we kill Siam, who is not in the co-prosperity sphere, which is great news. Because I'm going to throw all my troops on these bastards when I'm done with this. Then it's going to be the end. At the first, I just want to take this tile. Alright, so now let's press Vladivostok. There we go, and that's what I call a little Far Eastern massacre. Khabarovsk has been taken, and I'm just gonna march further into the Far Eastern lands. And now there goes the incompetent Far Eastern Republic. And Korea is 1 port away from being killed, so let's just take that port and proclaim victory over the co-prosperity sphere. Alright, now let's send my entire military on the stupid Siamese cats. Trust me, Siam is known for their cats. They're insanely loud. Like, they're mad loud, so they would not be a good cat if you're a YouTuber. They would not be a good cat. Alright, so just send our troops here, crush them. But it's just the problem is, I don't have supply. But once I blast through Mandalay, that's gonna be pretty much the end of Siam. I just need Mandalay. And then it's gonna be the end of this incompetent kingdom of Siam. Oh my god, there we go, Chile. Chile is just slowly... Well, look at that. At least they landed, which is great news. Finally. Alright, now we're just slowly breaking through Siam. Slowly but surely, they are all dying and all getting destroyed. Oh, great hell. Wait, are they at war with me too? Yeah, fuck you too. Oh, great. Now I'm at war with Savinkov's regime. Oh, shit. Oh, fucking shit. Oh, no, this is gonna be fucking bad. They got nukes too? Yeah, Pierdollar. Dog, bro. Oh my god, this freaking national emergency. Oh shit. Alright, so I'm gonna do freaking Pakistan river defense. Because I really cannot afford to lose against Savinkov. Bro, trust me, I never want to get into a war with Savinkov. But really, Operation Archangel. So great. So now I got a freaking Savinkovite disaster. And now it's gonna lag. East Russia. Oh my god, dog. Oh my god, there goes my PC. Oh. Savinkov, what's wrong with you? Well, this is the War of the Titans now, but the only difference is I'm not gonna fight this goddamn war because I don't feel like it. Since you may have seen during my Poland campaign, I'm not fighting Russia because it takes too long for a reward that I don't care about. Let's just hold off here, get my divisions there, and then end the video since I don't really want to fight Russia. And I don't really feel like fighting Russia either. Since, because, like, I may have seen in my Poland video, I was literally thinking about freaking ending my YouTube career just because of the fact that I couldn't kill Russia. But after when I hold off against the Russian state's assaults, I'm gonna end the video because I'm not gonna invade Russia, okay? Too painful for me, and I just really don't want to. It is just too painful. And if you think it wasn't painful for me, please watch my Poland video. Trust me, it's... and watch the end of it, because it's just basically, like, the last 20 minutes of the video, it's just me having a mental breakdown because of the fact that I can't capitulate Russia. So that's why I'm not doing it again, because I don't feel like it. I'm not using my mental stability just so I can get a meaningless peace conference. Like good, bro. But we, of course, expelled the Japanese. We are at war with Siam, but I don't think Siam is going to shatter. So I'm going to end the video here. So we have made India a strong syndicalist state. And sure, we're at war with Savinkov, but I'm not going to kill Savinkov because I don't feel like it. We have made India from a failed syndicalist state that was encircled into a nice little subcontinental superpower. Like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thanks so much for watching, and see you all next time.